10 million views in a day.
In a day.
Oh
my God.
Okay, so this is the Samsung Galaxy AA Plus, a not so flagship phone with a not so budget price that is built like an absolute tank. The phone performs excellent with multitasking, video games, stalking your girlfriend, whatever you're into. Now, when you hold the phone in your hand, the first thing that you notice is how this phone is built like a tank. As a matter of fact, this particular review unit has dropped a bunch of times face flat and is still not broken. Personally, durability is a feature that I really appreciate in a phone at any price point that I'm expected to spend my money on, so this is a huge plus for me. While I will definitely recommend getting a case for a phone like this because it's super glossy, attracts a lot of fingerprints and a lot of scratches, as you can see, this unit has taken a beating and it's still alive. Another thing that I find really interesting about the phone is the 18.5:9 aspect ratio display that's 1080p by 2220 pixels. It's a gorgeous display, bright in the sun, works excellently in every condition, and like I said before, it refuses to break. One thing about the phone that might be a little off-putting though is the fact that this phone was released in 2018 and it still runs Android 7.1 Nougat. I mean, we're not even sure it's going to get an update to Android 8.0 or 8.1 Oreo, and some phones are already on Android P, so what? The phone though has a pair of cameras on the front for selfies, a 60-megapixel f1.9 shooter and an 8-megapixel f1.9 shooter that I'll just describe as very okay. It also has a 60-megapixel shooter on the back that takes amazing photos like this when you have a lot of light. But the problem begins when you begin to try to take photos in low light situations. The cameras simply do not perform very well when you're not outside. The fingerprint sensor is not the fastest I have used on a phone. In fact, it's probably one of the slowest I have ever had to experience. But it works, so I guess that's all that matters, right? I find the shape of the Samsung fingerprint sensor a little odd, but that's an entire different video, so let's not even talk about that. As far as performance goes though, this phone is an absolute beast. With an Exynos 7885 octa-core CPU, a Mali G71 GPU, and 4GB of RAM, all I can say is, oh wow. The phone performs excellent with multitasking, video games, stalking your girlfriend, whatever you're into. And while I'm not a huge fan of skinning the Android OS because I already think it's so amazing, I think Samsung does a great job with their UI. I also really like the loudspeaker that was included on the side of the phone. I mean, it makes the audio from the phone sound amazing. Like, even if you don't have headphones or earphones, listening to music from the phone directly is awesome. Now, one thing that I really have a problem with on this phone is the video quality. The cameras only shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second, and when you're using the selfie cameras to make a selfie video for like Instagram stories or Snapchat or something, sometimes the quality is just eba, like it's terrible. In the end though, I feel like this is a really great phone that just simply does not justify its price. It's one of those things where you could probably get a better phone for a little less money. The fact that it's Samsung just makes it unreasonably expensive. I could definitely see myself using this as a daily driver. I'm just not sure it's wise to pay full price for it. Great phone, great performance, great screen, everything is great, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan.
All my American fans.
Whoa, wow.
All my European fans.
Okay.
All my Asian fans.
Ching chong, nigga.
All my African fans.
Oh my God, bro.
Come to my aid.
Come to the rescue.
10 million views in a day.
In a day.
Oh
my God.
10 million views in a day.
What? Hold on, bro.
10 million views in a day. I'll go stack, I'll be dilly dangly, yo.